Welcome in, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today and hope you guys are doing well. So, today we're going to take a look at Amazon stock. So, the e commerce giant Amazon reported its second quarter 2025 earnings yesterday. So, in this video, we're going to do three different things. Number one, we're going to take a look at news about the earnings report. Number two, we're going to take a look at the chart for Amazon stock. And number three, we're going to take a look at some price targets for the stock. And I will be sharing my price target as well and just overall opinion about the stock. So we got some good stuff to take a look at today. Before we do start, I would like to mention that on my YouTube channel, I create content about money, sports, and personal topics with the goal of bringing value to other people's lives. So if you guys find value in this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can continue making these videos. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Amazon stock. All right, so Amazon stock is currently trading at $215.48. It's down over $18, and that's around an 8% decrease for one day. So it looks like the stock is having a pretty rough day today, along with the whole stock market. So let's see if we can find some news that might explain why the stock is down and just the earnings report in general. All right, we're going to start right here. Amazon's gloomy earnings forecast overshadows better than expected results. Some key points. Amazon reported second quarter results after the bell that exceeded expectations. The company offered profit guidance for the current quarter that was lighter than Wall Street's forecast. And the guidance spooked investors who are eager to see Amazon's hefty investments in artificial intelligence pay off. All right. So the company beat on revenue and on earnings, but maybe it didn't quite meet all the expectations here. So let's take a look at the specific numbers here. Earnings per share came in at $1.68 versus $1.33 expected. Revenue came in at 167.7 billion versus 162.09 billion expected. So those are very good numbers. So they beat nicely on earnings and on revenue. They beat by $5 billion. So that's very good to see. Some other key numbers, Amazon Web Services came in at 30.87 billion versus 30.8. And advertising was 15.7 billion versus $14.9 billion expected. So let's keep reading here. Amazon's second quarter sales grew 13%. For the current quarter, Amazon said it expects operating income to land between 15.5 to 20.5 billion. Analysts were looking for 19.48 billion according to Street account. So that guidance there is a little soft, so that will definitely send the stock going down. All right, so it says on here, Amazon Web Services continues to lead the cloud infrastructure market, but it's facing heightened competition from Microsoft and Google. All right, this chart shows Amazon advertising revenue each quarter. So we can see a very nice looking growth pattern. And the CEO said on a call with investors that the tariffs haven't dented demand or driven up prices so far this year. All right, let's take a look at some other news. Why Amazon shares are getting obliterated today. Shares of the cloud computing and online retail behemoth fell in the afternoon session after the company reported disappointing second quarter results and provided a weak forecast for future growth. Let's keep taking a look here. Four key takeaways from Amazon's Q2 earnings. Number one, tariff impacts have been limited so far. Competition with Elon Musk's Starlink. The CEO, Jassy, said the race for satellite based broadband internet is now largely a two-player game. Excitement around Alexa Plus. And the CEO said that he thinks the company is well positioned as AI adoption expands. All right. Amazon stock falls despite Q2 earnings and revenue beat estimates. So AWS revenues rose 17.5%, which beat consensus, but there was consensus that it might be even higher because a lot of the other cloud businesses they had significantly higher growth, like in the 30%. So I think that's another reason why the stock is down, that their cloud business, AWS, is not growing as much as Microsoft's or Google's. So, all right, let's see if Gemini has any additional details for us. Hey, Gemini, can you give me a summary of Amazon's second quarter 2025 earnings release? All right, Amazon reported strong results for the second quarter of 25, surpassing analyst expectations for both revenue and EPS. All right, so sales in North America rose by 11%, internationally rose by 16%. Amazon held its biggest Prime Day event ever with record sales for independent sellers. Third quarter guidance, Amazon expects net sales for the third quarter of 25 to be between 174 billion and 179.5 billion, and operating income 15.5 to 20.5 billion. So I think those numbers are a little soft relative to what some analysts were expecting as far as the guidance for third quarter. So that's what sent the stock down. So let's take a look at some revenue and earnings charts for Amazon. All right, so this is a chart for Amazon revenue, and this is for the last 5 years. So the one in the middle here, We can see just consistent growth in Amazon's quarterly revenue. So that's a very nice looking chart for the last 5 years. If we expand it all time, we can just see just how much growth in revenue the company has had over the last couple of decades, and it's very consistent. So this is a very impressive looking revenue chart. Um, you're not going to see, you know, much better charts than this. So, and my expectation is that this trend will just continue, in the coming years and decades as well. So, next, let's take a look at the earnings per share chart for Amazon for the last 5 years. So, you can see here, you know, you can see growth as well, specifically in the last probably 8 quarters or so. So, very impressed by the earnings per share chart. And let's take a look at all time. And we can see here earnings growing on a consistent basis. There were a couple of dips at a couple different points, but overall, very impressive looking earnings per share chart for Amazon. And this trend should continue into the future as well. All right, so next we'll take a look at the chart for Amazon stock. All right, so 1 day chart, like we mentioned, the stock was down 8% today, having a rough day, like the whole stock market is. 5 day chart, before the earnings report, the stock was trading at around $230, 234. Earnings report comes out, stock goes down to 214. So even though they beat on earnings and revenue, because they missed on a couple of other metrics or expectations, the stock went down that much. So that's that's normal. That happens. So this is the 1 month chart. We can see the stock was consistently growing over the last month, and now we're going through this dip here. So this definitely might be a good buying opportunity whenever it dips like this. So 3 month chart, similar story. Consistent growth, and now the stock is going through this dip. So it should recover in the coming weeks. That's usually what happens. Year to date, 1 year, the stock is up 16%. 3 year chart, the stock is up 52%. So it's definitely grown nicely the last couple of years. Starting in 2023, it was around $100, up to 150. It hit 200, almost 240. We had the tariffs bring it down. The stock recovered nicely, and now it's going through a little mini correction here as well. So I'm impressed by the 3 year chart, 5 years. The stock is up 35%. And max chart, we can just see how much the stock has gone up over the last couple decades. We had the significant dip in 2022 when the stock market went down. But since then, the stock has just consistently gone up. And we had the other dip again in April with the tariff situation. It recovered, and now it's going through a little mini correction here as well. So My expectation is that the stock will just continue to climb from here and reach all-time highs in the coming weeks and months. So we'll be on the lookout for that for sure. All right, let's see if we can find some price targets for the stock. All right, so on the right hand side here, analyst recommendation is a strong buy. That's based on 69 analysts, and that's as of today. Out of those 69 analysts, 49 of them have a strong buy, 16 have a buy, 4 have a hold rating on the stock, and nobody has a sell or a strong sell. Based on those 63 analysts, the 12-month price target is $254.92. We mentioned and see up at the top that Amazon stock is at around 214. So that would be another $40 increase in the stock price in 12 months based on these analysts here. So some more price targets that I found. So Amazon stock price target raised to $240 from $220 at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs has raised its price target on Amazon.com to 240 from 220 while maintaining a buy rating on the stock. With a $265 price target, Amazon soars higher and DA Davidson sets a new target. So on here, the average price target is $255.72. Highest price target 305, lowest is 195. And the upside to average price target is over 9%. And brokerage recommendations. So as of today, 48 analysts on here have a strong buy, 6 have a buy, 1 has a hold, and nobody has a sell or a strong sell on from these analysts. All right, so on this website, it says the 45 analysts that cover Amazon stock have a consensus rating of a strong buy and an average price target of $260.40, which forecasts a 21% increase in the stock price over the next year. All right, so even though the company had mixed results, I mean, the results were mostly positive, but the stock went down. But for the most part, all the analysts are bullish on the stock, and their price targets are significantly higher than the current stock price. So it looks like this might be a good buying opportunity for Amazon stock. And let's just check in with Gemini. Hey, Gemini, what are the most recent price targets for Amazon stock? All right, so here's a summary of the most recent price targets from different firms. Cantor Fitzgerald raised its price target 280 to 280 from 260. Bank of America 272 from 265. Barclays 275, Citi 270, JP Morgan 265, UBS 271. Stifel lowered its price target to 260 from 262. All right. So yeah, even on here, all of these price targets are higher than the current stock price. So looks like, again, this might be a very good buying opportunity for Amazon stock. All right, so next, let's just summarize everything and we'll wrap it up. All right, guys, so let's summarize what we took a look at today. So, Amazon stock was down significantly today, around 8% after second quarter earnings. We took a look at news with regards to that. The company beat on revenue and on earnings, but its AWS, its cloud growth, wasn't as high as desired, and their guidance for the next quarter, as far as revenue, was a little soft, so that sent the stock down 8%. But overall, it was still a very impressive quarter. Number two, we took a look at the chart for Amazon stock, all the different time frames, and just how much the stock has gone up in those time frames. And number three, we took a look at price targets, where most analysts increase their price targets for the stock, and they're all bullish on the stock, and they think the stock is going to go up another $40-$50 from current levels. All right, so just my opinion about the stock. I think Amazon, the company, and the stock is one of the best stocks out there. um, Anytime the stock has gone down like today, like with a significant dip, historically it's been a great buying opportunity, and I think this is the same thing going on here. So I think this is a very good buying opportunity. I think the stock will recover in the coming days and weeks, and from there should continue to go up and hit new highs. So in 12 months, um, I can definitely see the stock, in a range of around 275 to $300. I think that's very reasonable. So again, I'm bullish on the stock. I think this is a great buying opportunity with this dip, and the company should just continue to deliver very good results, and that should reflect in the stock going forward as well. So that's really all I wanted to share. Again, if you found value in this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can continue making these videos and that I can grow my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.